for one. You see, Cooper is from ABC Science, which is an online article, which is not available in print version. So the same applies, even if it's a book. It's the surname first, the initial, the year, then the title, and then the publication, which is gonna be, if you're saying News 24, it's gonna be News 24 here. Then this is the date of the publication, the dates of which the article was published on the website, and then viewed on. This is the date you viewed it on. And then earlier I showed you that you need to copy the full address. Then you need to copy this full address, because when the person is trying when the person is trying to go and see where you got the reference from, if you're gonna say www.news24.com, that's gonna take me to the home page. It's not gonna take me specifically to where you took the reference from. So that's why you need to include the full address, as you can see here. And then this viewed ads on the second and whatnot. This is to show the reader that's what, because online it's very easy to edit something online. So if you're not gonna tell me when you viewed it, and then I go there and the work is completely different, it's been edited, it would be like you've said something, you're lying on what you read online. So it's very important to say when you viewed the work, because online you can see when something that's been edited, or there were omissions on what you've seen before. So it's very important that you include the dates when you viewed the initial article. Okay, any more questions?
Hi, Mr. Mkhize.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making an inquiry for some of the students who are here are not humanities students. They are law students. So they wanted to find out if you guys would be able to perhaps assist them as well in terms of their assignments, or is there a specific writing place for each college, and where can they find those tutors?
There is a specific writing place for each college. What I can do is I can try and find out for you the email address, the specific email address for the law one. But I'm just thinking if Liberty has this. But each college has their own writing place. There is a law one. So okay, what you can do is, I'm just trying to think of a way we can post this. Okay, what you can do is just email writing place hum.ac.za, and then you in your subject you tell you write which college you're from. And then I think we'll be able to assist you, because right now I can't get their contact. So I think it would be better if you email there, and then we can forward it to them, and then we'll tell you the specific email that you need to use the next time.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, any more questions?
How do you reference a YouTube video?
Or a video?
Yeah. A YouTube video.
Okay. Yeah, I just need to find an example for you. Okay, just share. Okay. Okay, here, as you can see, it's gonna be the same everywhere. The surname. Let's say if it's a person's YouTube channel, which sometimes they might not have the full name of the YouTube channels, like it's in the description. So when let's say you're looking for it's an interview from a state post club or Tabon Big or whatnot, you're gonna write the surname and initials and the year of which you saw the video, or which the video was published. Then the title of the video, the date of which it was posted, online video, when did you view it, because people might take the video down, and then the full URL code, as you can see, YouTube, watch, and the full video. It's very important, as I said before, it's very important to include when you view the article or the video, because online things are very easy to be taken down or changed. And yeah, but it's almost the same as an online article. It's a surname, the title, the dates of the publication of when they published it. Just need to specify in the video, which is online video, and then you say viewed in, then the full code, the full address. I mean.
Thank you.
Okay, any more? Okay, let me just look at chats. I think some people. Oh, okay. Okay, if I may ask. Okay, Tebo, are you asking something?
No, I'm not asking.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say, Guti, we don't know when everything is going to go back to normal, but in terms of our offices, like where we operate under normal circumstances, we're at the library at the ground floor. You just come in with your work. It's the same way that you're going to do it. It's the same way like how you submit online. It's just that you come with it written in full with a reference list and everything, and then we do it. In that case, Maguti, we are operating under normal circumstances. That's when we can do the work in front of you, ask you questions, what you mentioned. It's easier to do it or to do it face to face, if I can say. But under the circumstances, we have to do it online, and then we write the comments. Okay. Oh, lecture slides. September. Just hold a bit. Just looking for a good example to show you. But basically, in a corner, it's going to be the same format, which is it just needs to be specific because a lecture. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, you'll have the surname of the lecturer. That's the initial, the year, the dates of the lecture when the lecture occurred. Then they might have something on the day, the topic of what you're discussing, or the first slide actually on Lokuzan, which describes what the full presentation is about. So that's what you're gonna write here. Then you have to specifically say PowerPoint slides, then presented at the venue, the exact venue, lecture or room, and then the university which it was presented in. This is for the reference list. Sorry, this is for the reference list. Then if you're doing in-text referencing for this, it would be obviously the surname and the year only, not the initials. Just the surname and the year. And then if you remember the slide number, if you want to reference the particular slide number, you can put it after the year if it's a direct quotation. But this is basically how you do a lecture slide or a tutorial if you have if you have slides in your tutorials also, you can do it this way. Okay. Any more questions?
Can I ask this? If I found the Harvard reference on Google Scholar, there's a need to add the view dates?
If you found what?
Full Harvard references on Google Scholar. There's need to add the view dates?
Image, you saying you found the full reference on Harvard on Google Scholar. When you're saying the full reference, let me just clarify. Google Scholar is a search engine, so you need to be specific with what you're talking. Because if it's Google Scholar, you're talking about a particular. Let me just share for you. Google Scholar is just a search engine, I guess. Just want to see if I hear you correctly. Okay, Google Scholar is just a search engine. So when you need to find, let's say, a specific search that you did on Google Scholar, something pops up. Okay, so it's when you got the article from Google Scholar.
Yes.
Yes, you will references like it's an internet source or an internet article by copying this, doing this the way I showed you previously how you do online articles. But it might happen that you find, because the world is moving towards digital now, so most journals which are printed are also posted online. I'm just trying to find an example for that. It's a book. Not allowing me to open it. But you just references like you're doing in an internet article. Don't say Google Scholar. That's the thing. Yeah, when you say Google Scholar and also Wikipedia is also not a source because it's very easy to change Wikipedia. So don't say Google Scholar as your reference. When you're gonna use Google Scholar to search for your article or your information. But as soon as you click the link, as I'm clicking a link right now, you're no longer on Google Scholar. You're in the site where this thing is, which is NCPI resources. This is who you're gonna reference exactly on top. I'm not gonna say Google Scholar. This is the website you're gonna copy for a reference list.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say Google. No, Wikipedia is not a. What I always tell people is that Wikipedia, you can just use it to grasp an idea that you want to. If you don't understand something fully, you can just use it to see what it means or a definition. But you see, this is a problem with Wikipedia. Anyone can edit, so people can write what they want to write there. So you can't use that as an academic source for an academic essay. Okay, any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, can just one of you please log into your Moodle and check if we do appear in the writing place, if writing place appears in your courses, because it should appear for everyone.
Someone asked that how do you reference an already reference source?
Also, so you're saying it's you referencing someone who's been referenced inside the article.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay. for that, just want to show you. But in that case, you mentioned both the authors. You'd say, I'm just looking for an example for you. You'd say, let's say if it's Thomas who's referencing Williams, you'll say Williams as cited in Thomas, and then you write the full reference. But just looking for an example for you. Okay, share. Okay, for that, if you're referencing, let's say, as I said, someone is quoting someone else in their work. This is how you do it. You say Joyce cited in Smith. You include both those references. So the article is from, the article that you're reading is by Smith. Okay, my mouse is acting up, but the article that you're referencing is by this guy. He is quoting Jones. So you'd say Jones, as cited in Smith, agrees that this is for a paraphrase, and this on top is a paraphrase, and then the bottom is a direct quotation. That's Jones cited in Smith 2009. And then you'd include the page number, obviously, if there's a page number. But you need to show both. And in some instances, you can, if the person does include the year, you can say Jones 2007 cited in Smith 2009. It would depend on what the person, on how the person is quoted the person they're referencing. Does that answer your question? Okay. Okay, do we have any more questions?
Someone also asked that how do we reference an abstract?
Like the abstract, you reference it the same way you would reference a text.
Okay.
Because I guess it's part of the person's writing, or that article or the publication that you're doing, you're referencing. So you reference it the same way. Also, it might happen that in the numbers, in terms of numbers, it has the Roman numeral numbers, not the page number. So you need to reference that accordingly. Okay, someone asked. Okay, does that answer you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, someone asked privately, can you tell me the difference between an in-text reference and direct quotes? Okay, an in-text reference is a or a direct quote is an in-text reference. A paraphrase is an in-text reference. In-text referencing is when you reference within the body of the essay, not at the end, like in the reference list. So when you reference in the body, and you also write the reference in the reference list in full. So in the body, we say it's in-text referencing because it's a shortened way of referencing the work. So there will be a direct quotation. A direct quotation, you will write the full, you copy and paste. It's copy and paste. You put the quotation marks at the beginning, at the end. Let me show you an example. You will put the quotation at the beginning, at the end, and then you write the year and the page number of where you took the quotation. And then there's a paraphrase. A paraphrase is when you will lead the person on. Let's see this. Just trying to find it. Okay, let me just, I'll do an example for you. Myself. So for an in-text reference, a direct quotation, it will be, I'm direct quoting myself here. Let's say I'm just going to make an example. Okay, this will be an example of a direct quotation, and then obviously the full stop comes here, and then you continue writing whatever you're writing. But if I'm paraphrasing, I'll say, so these are both referenced. You can see this is a direct quotation. This is a reference at the end because I've direct quoted him. I've copied what he said verbatim, which is, I haven't changed anything. So I'll quote it at the end and make sure I put the quotation marks. But if I'm paraphrasing, I'll start with him, then I'll lead it on. Same, Keys in 2020 suggested that you will end up paying back the money. So this is a paraphrase. These are both in-text references. So when you say in-text references, these are both of them. This is the one you paraphrased and one you direct quoted. What I said earlier is that it's more beneficial to paraphrase because it shows that you have an understanding of what the person is saying, just copying and pasting. Okay, let me just, I hope that answers you, the person that asked me privately. Okay, so going back to the Jones and Smith one, who is Jones? Is the one who took Smith's work, or is the one who done the research, or in the previous example? Let me just go back to the previous example. Okay, in this example, the article that you are looking at, that you have in front of you, is done by Smith. Smith is doing the research, but in his research, he is referencing Jones. So when you want to reference Jones, who is cited by Smith, so this is how you write it. Both of these people did the work. Both of these people did the research, But when you want to reference Jones' work, which is being referenced within Smith, I hope you understand. So the article that you're reading that's in front of you is by Smith. So in the reference list, it would be Smith's article. But you are quoting Jones, who's quoted within the Smith article. I hope you understand. I hope that makes sense. Okay, another question is, yes, Mlungisi, uJones, because you asked the question in isiZulu, can I just answer in isiZulu? uJones, bobabili bawenza umsebenzi angisho kanjalo. So wena i-article oyibuka njengamanje yaSmith, kodwa uSmith naye uquote uJones or ubukele uJones, kodwa wena kulokhwana yakho kwi-essay yakho ubona ngathi uJones lento ayisho lana ufuna ukuthi azobe njalo, so ufuna ukuquote yena. So uzomthatha-ke uJones, kodwa fanele usho ukuthi awunayo le article le asho kuyona lento specifically, umthathe kuSmith. So you need to show that, unless uthi uzohamba uye ku-reference list yaSmith, umbheke uJones umthathe and then go and get the specific article that khona uzomquote separately. Kodwa in this case, because you didn't find the article at Jones, you found uJones, the quote at Jones within uSmith, you will quote that sorry, just to explain in English to those who couldn't hear. I'm saying that you can, if you want to, go to Smith's article, because you're reading Smith's article, and go and find the reference list and look up the article that is quoting Jones from. But because you didn't find the article, you didn't do that, you need to show that this Jones quotation or reference you're taking, you took it from Smith. That's why you need to show both. That's why you're going to say Jones cited in Smith, because you didn't find it separately. Unless if you go to the reference, to Smith's reference list, if you'd find the address or where he took the quotes, and then you go directly to the source, and then you find Jones' article, then you do not need to reference it that way, because you found the article and you're taking it from the original source. Then you just quote the direct quote Smith only. Okay, Nogwanda asked, for the direct quotes, can you start by writing the name? It's not advisable you do that, because that's how you will paraphrase. So if you're direct quoting, it's more advisable to do it at the end. But if you're paraphrasing, that's how you do it. You'd say, according to Nogwanda, then in brackets you write the year and the surname. You write the year. No, sorry, you say Nogwanda, and then in brackets you write the year and the page number if there's a page number, and then you lead it on, say according to, or say, oh sorry, you start by saying according to Nogwanda, then in brackets the year and the page. She suggests that so and so and so and so. Okay, do we have any more questions? Okay, I don't see any more questions on the chat.
Okay, if there are no more questions, I just want to thank Sponiso and Nokukanya for spending their afternoon with us and for giving us such important information. I'm a third-year law student and I didn't even know the mistakes I was making when referencing. So thank you so much for enlightening all of us. I'm sure everyone on this Zoom call really appreciated all your efforts this afternoon.
Oh, okay. No, thank you. Thank you for hosting us, and it was a pleasure. Just that
Thank you so much.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask us, to send your emails. We are here to help you, to share the knowledge that you have in terms of writing. And we're actually happy that people are eager to learn at this day and age, to actually make sure that they understand academic writing, because most people are just in varsity just to finish and go. So we're really thankful that you are willing to work and you're willing to learn more in terms of academic writing and taking your academics very seriously. So just to wrap up, we are available online through email if as we've turned into the online way of doing things. On Moodle, you should find us. As I said, it's gonna be in your courses, and then you will find Writing Place, your HUM. If you want to email, it's writingplacehum@ukzn.ac.za. In the actual Moodle page, you'll find the referencing guide, APA, Harvard, and then the Writing Place guide. I did share the Writing Place guide in the previous call. I'm not sure if everyone downloaded it, but do we have it here? And also, if you can't find it on the on Moodle, we do. I think on our Facebook page it's available. You just go to Facebook, and then Writing Place. Search Writing Place, Writing Place, Howard, Writing Place, College of Humanities. You open that. You can see College Place now. Then you look for posts. I think you should see posts from. It's not showing me the full thing, but if you go to the Writing Place page on Facebook, you should find the links to the Writing Place guide and the referencing kit in the referencing list, the referencing guide also. But this is Writing Place College of Humanities Howard on Facebook. Let's see if you can't find this on Google.
Okay, if there are no more questions, I'm going to end the meeting now. Once again, thank you so much to the Writing Place and to everyone who attended this afternoon. You have the Writing Place's contact details if you need to interact with the tutors. And then if you need to rewatch the video, I will make it available via our social media pages. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for having us.